In the name of Allah, the entirely merciful, the especially merciful. By those winds sent forth in gusts.
Commentary. Occasion of revelation. Sahih of Bukhari records from Sayyidina Abdullah ibn Mas'ud that he said, while we were with Allah's Messenger in a cave at Mina, the Surah Al-Mursalat was revealed to him. He was reciting it, and I was learning it from his mouth. Verily, his mouth was moist with it, when a snake leaped out at us. The Holy Prophet said, "Kill it." So we quickly went after it, but it got away. Then the Holy Prophet said, "It was saved from your harm, just as you all were saved from its harm." Ibn Kathir. Allah swears oaths in this surah by various phenomena to assert that the resurrection will certainly take place. The names of the phenomena are not mentioned in the Quran, but their 5 attributes are given in the following manner. The translation is given below without explanatory brackets for a better understanding of the point. I swear by those that are sent one after the other, Surah Al-Mursalat, Ayah 1, and by those that blow violently, Surah Al-Mursalat, Ayah 2, and by those that spread all over, Surah Al-Mursalat, Ayah 3, and by those who differentiate between right and wrong distinctly, Surah Al-Mursalat, Ayah 4, then bring down the advice, Surah Al-Mursalat, Ayah 5. There is no traceable hadith that gives the exact interpretation of the phenomena described. Therefore, the interpretation assigned to them by the companions and their pupils differ. Some scholars say that all 5 attributes refer to angels. Others say that possibly different groups of angels are bearers of the attributes. Yet other scholars say that they refer to various types of winds. Some authorities on Tafsir say that they refer to Allah's prophets and messengers. Ibn Jarir Tabari says that in this matter, it is safer to observe silence. He says that both possibilities exist, but he prefers not to side with any particular interpretation. There is no doubt about the fact that some of the attributes are more appropriately applicable to the angels of Allah, and cannot fit the winds without unusual stretch of imagination, and others are more appropriately applicable to winds, and cannot apply to angels without a fanciful stretch of imagination. Therefore, Ibn Kathir's approach seems to be the best. He says that in the first 3 verses of this surah, Allah swears oaths by various types of winds. In verses Surah Al-Mursalat, Ayah 4-5, Allah swears oaths by the angels. At verses Surah Al-Mursalat, Ayah 4-5 are applied to the winds. Then the imagination will have to be stretched far to interpret them. Likewise, if the first 3 verses Mursalat, Asif, At, and Nashrat are applied to the angels, they have no choice but to assign far-fetched interpretation. According to Ibn Kathir, the verses signify, "I swear by those winds that are sent one after the other." The word irfan could signify beneficial and useful. The winds that bring rain are obviously beneficial and useful. Another meaning of the word irfan is one after another. In this interpretation, the verse signifies those winds that bring rain in clouds consecutively. The word asif, that is derived from as, that literally means winds that blow violently or vehemently. This refers to fiercely blowing winds that sometimes do occur in the world. The word nasharat refers to winds that spread, clouds, all over after the rain is over. The word farikat is the attribute of the angels who differentiate between right and wrong distinctly by bringing down the divine revelation. The phrase fal mulkiyati dhikran also refers to the angels. The word hikr reminder refers to the Quran or revelation in general. The verse signifies, "I swear by angels who by bringing down revelation separate between truth and falsehood, right and wrong, and the lawful and the forbidden." Likewise, "I swear by angels who bring down revelation or Quran to the Holy Prophet T." This interpretation is plain and simple, and does not require any undue stretch of imagination. In this interpretation, the question arises as to the contextual relationship between swearing oaths by various types of winds and the angels. First of all, it is not possible to fathom the wisdom of divine speech. However, it is possible to hypothesize. Allah swears oaths by useful winds and harmful winds. Winds that bring rain and clouds are useful, while those that blow fiercely and cause destruction are harmful. These belong to the perceptible world. All human beings can observe them. The perceptible things are mentioned first for reflection. The imperceptible world is mentioned later, such as the angels and revelation. If man reflects carefully on them, he will develop certainty of belief in them as well.
And the winds that blow violently.
See Surah Al-Mursalat, Ayah 1 for the Tafsir.
And by the winds that spread clouds.
See Surah Al-Mursalat, Ayah 1 for the Tafsir.
and those angels who bring criterion,
See Surah Al-Mursalat Ayah 1 for the Tafsir.
and those angels who deliver a message,
See Surah Al-Mursalat Ayah 1 for the Tafsir.
as justification or warning,
To provide excuses for the believers or giving warnings to disbelievers. Surah Al-Mursalat Ayah 6. This phrase is complement to verse Surah Al-Mursalat Ayah 5. Then bring down the advice. Surah Al-Mursalat Ayah 5. The advice refers to the revelation that came down upon the prophets. Verse Surah Al-Mursalat Ayah 6 says that it serves two purposes. In the case of the people of truth and believers, it persuades them to seek excuse from Allah for their shortcomings and pray for forgiveness. And in the case of the people of falsehood and disbelievers, it contains a warning for them of Allah's torment if they oppose His command.
Indeed, what you are promised is to occur.
That which you are promised is sure to happen. Surah Al-Mursalat Ayah 7. This is the subject of these oaths. It means that the day of judgment, reckoning, and reward and punishment that is promised by the prophets has certainly to be fulfilled. Allah then described some of the events that will occur on the day of judgment. The stars will be extinguished, which could mean that they will be completely destroyed, or they will exist, but their lights will be lost. In this way the entire world will be plunged in absolute darkness. The second event to occur is the splitting of the sky. The third event to occur is that the mountains will be blown away as dust. The fourth event is described in the following verse.
So when the stars are obliterated,
See Surah Al-Mursalat Ayah 7 for the Tafsir.
and when the heaven is opened,
See Surah Al-Mursalat Ayah 7 for the Tafsir.
and when the mountains are blown away,
See Surah Al-Mursalat Ayah 7 for the Tafsir.
and when the messenger's time has come,
And when the messengers will be assembled at the appointed time, and all matters will be decided. Surah Al-Mursalat Ayah 11. The word akitat is derived from taqit, which primarily means appointment of time. According to Zamakhshari, it signifies to arrive at an appointed time as cited in Ra. In this context, the second meaning appears to be more appropriate. The verse signifies that the appointed time for the prophets and messengers to assemble with their communities will arrive, so that all matters concerning them may be decided. The verses further describe the day of judgment as the great and horrible day, and the day of decision. It shall be the day of destruction for the deniers and rejectors. Thus,
for what day was it postponed?
see Surah Al-Mursalat Ayah 11 for the Tafsir.
For the day of judgment.
See Surah Al-Mursalat Ayah 11 for the Tafsir.
And what can make you know what is the day of judgment?
See Surah Al-Mursalat Ayah 11 for the Tafsir.
Woe that day to the deniers.
Woe that day to the deniers. Surah Al-Mursalat Ayah 15. The word wail means destruction. According to certain hadith narratives, the word wail is a valley of hell where the pus of the wounds of the inmates of hell will be collected. This is the place where the deniers will live. After this, the present-day people are asked to learn a lesson from the destruction of the former generations. Thus,
Did we not destroy the former peoples?
did we not destroy the earlier people? Surah Al-Mursalat Ayah 16. It refers to the nations of Ad, Thamud, nation of Lut, and Pharaoh, the Pharaoh, who were destroyed because of their obstinacy.
Then we will follow them with the later ones.
Then we will cause the later ones to follow them. Surah Al-Mursalat Ayah 17. According to popular reading, verse Surah Al-Mursalat Ayah 17 purports to say that the present-day infidels, the people of Makkah, will receive punishment soon. They were punished and destroyed by Muslims in the Battle of Badr and so on. The difference between the punishment of former nations and the community of the Holy Prophet is as follows. The former nations used to be destroyed by celestial punishment with all their habitations. The infidels in the community of the Holy Prophet do not receive celestial punishment because of the Holy Prophet's special honor. They are punished by the weapons of Muslims. Furthermore, the destruction is not general. Only the obdurate criminal leaders are destroyed.
Thus do we deal with the criminals.
See Surah Al-Mursalat Ayah 17 for the Tafsir.
Woe that day to the deniers.
See Surah Al-Mursalat Ayah 17 for the Tafsir.
Did we not create you from a liquid disdained?
See Surah Al-Mursalat, Ayah 17, for the Tafsir.
And we placed it in a firm lodging.
See Surah Al-Mursalat, Ayah 17, for the Tafsir.
For a known extent.
See Surah Al-Mursalat, Ayah 17, for the Tafsir.
And we determined it, and excellent are we to determine.
See Surah Al-Mursalat, Ayah 17, for the Tafsir.
Woe that day to the deniers.
See Surah Al-Mursalat, Ayah 17, for the Tafsir.
Have we not made the earth a container?
Did we not make the earth a container that collects the living and the dead? The word kit is derived from kaft. It means to gather things together. Thus kit is a thing that embodies many things within itself. Earth is created by Allah in a fashion that humans, when alive, remain on its back, and when dead, in its belly.
Of the living and the dead.
See Surah Al-Mursalat, Ayah 25, for the Tafsir.
And we placed therein lofty, firmly set mountains, and have given you to drink sweet water.
See Surah Al-Mursalat, Ayah 25, for the Tafsir.
Woe that day to the deniers.
See Surah Al-Mursalat, Ayah 25, for the Tafsir.
They will be told, proceed to that which you used to deny.
See Surah Al-Mursalat, Ayah 25, for the Tafsir.
Proceed to a shadow of smoke having 3 columns.
See Surah Al-Mursalat, Ayah 25, for the Tafsir.
But having no cool shade and availing not against the flame.
See Surah Al-Mursalat, Ayah 25, for the Tafsir.
Indeed, it throws sparks as huge as a fortress.
It emits sparks as huge as castles. Surah Al-Mursalat, Ayah 32, the word Gasser means a huge, magnificent castle. The word Jamala is used in the sense of Jamal and means camel. The word Suffer is the plural of Asfar, which means yellow. The verse describes the fire of hell. It will emit such huge sparks of fire, as if they were huge and magnificent castles. Then they will break up into little splinters, as if they were yellowish camels. Some scholars have translated the word Suffer as black, because yellowish color of camels tends to blackness. Ra.
As if they were yellowish black camels.
See Surah Al-Mursalat, Ayah 32, for the Tafsir.
Woe that day to the deniers.
See Surah Al-Mursalat, Ayah 32, for the Tafsir.
This is a day they will not speak.
This is a day when they will not speak, nor will they be allowed to offer excuses. Surah Al-Mursalat, Ayah 35, in other words, this is the day in which they will not be able to talk, nor will they be permitted to offer pleas for their misdeeds. However, other verses of the Quran inform us that they will speak and will be permitted to offer excuses. There is no discrepancy between the 2 verses because there will be various stages on the plane of gathering mashar through which people will have to pass. Sometimes they will pass through a stage where it would be forbidden for them to speak or offer excuses, and at another stage they will be permitted. Ra.
Nor will it be permitted for them to make an excuse.
See Surah Al-Mursalat, Ayah 35, for the Tafsir.
Woe that day to the deniers.
See Surah Al-Mursalat, Ayah 35, for the Tafsir.
This is the day of judgment. We will have assembled you and the former peoples.
See Surah Al-Mursalat, Ayah 35, for the Tafsir.
So if you have a plan, then plan against me.
See Surah Al-Mursalat, Ayah 35, for the Tafsir.
Woe that day to the deniers.
See Surah Al-Mursalat, Ayah 35, for the Tafsir.
Indeed, the righteous will be among shades and springs.
See Surah Al-Mursalat, Ayah 35, for the Tafsir.
And fruits from whatever they desire.
See Surah Al-Mursalat, Ayah 35, for the Tafsir.
Being told, eat and drink in satisfaction for what you used to do.
See Surah Al-Mursalat, Ayah 35, for the Tafsir.
Indeed, we thus reward the doers of good.
See Surah Al-Mursalat, Ayah 35 for the Tafsir.
Woe that day to the deniers.
See Surah Al-Mursalat, Ayah 35 for the Tafsir.
O disbelievers, eat and enjoy yourselves a little. Indeed, you are criminals.
Eat and drink for a while. You are guilty ones. Surah Al-Mursalat, Ayah 46. This verse addresses the infidels through the Holy Prophet. They may eat and drink and enjoy themselves in this world, but the span is short, and then there will be nothing but punishment for them. Abu Hayyan.
Woe that day to the deniers.
See Surah Al-Mursalat, Ayah 46 for the Tafsir.
And when it is said to them, bow in prayer, they do not bow.
And when it is said to them, bow down, they do not bow down. Surah Al-Mursalat, Ayah 48. According to most commentators, the word ruku is used here in its primitive sense to bow down and submit. The verse signifies that when they were told to submit to the divine commands, they refused to comply. Some scholars take the word ruku in its technical sense and interpret the verse to signify when they are called to prayer, they refuse to pray. The ruku is a part of the prayer, but it refers here to the whole prayer. Ra.
Woe that day to the deniers.
See Surah Al-Mursalat, Ayah 48 for the Tafsir.
Then in what statement after the Quran will they believe?
Now, in which discourse after this will they believe? Surah Al-Mursalat, Ayah 50. The Holy Quran is the last book of Allah which explained its message and wisdom most lucidly, excellently, eloquently, elegantly, and its arguments most convincingly. Its style is extremely effective and the admonition soul-capturing. If they do not believe in such a book, then for which word are they waiting? This is to express disappointment in them. A hadith narrative instructs that when one recites this verse, he should say, I believe in Allah. This statement must be made outside the prayer or involuntary prayer. He must abstain from the statement in obligatory and sunnah prayer. Hadith narratives are clear on this point, and Allah knows best.